I thought loyalty would protect me. I thought courage on the battlefield would earn me honor. But Rome has a way of testing men in ways steel and blood never could. Betrayed by the woman I trusted, accused by the people I loved, and exiled from the city I swore to serve, I discovered the palace hides more than power. It hides manipulation, ambition, and shadows that can destroy even the strongest heart. Now, I must return, not just to reclaim my honor, but to expose the secrets that could shake Rome itself. I still remember the first time I walked through the golden gates of the imperial palace. I was just a soldier then, loyal to Rome and proud of my service under General Titus Draven. When the emperor personally summoned me after a border victory, I thought my life had finally changed for the better. That was the day I first met Empress Livia Aurelia. She watched me quietly during the celebration, her eyes calm but calculating. While the emperor praised my courage, she studied me like I was a piece on a chessboard. Later that night, she spoke to me privately. "You are wasted on the battlefield, Marcus," she said softly. "Rome needs men who understand loyalty." I believed her. I thought she saw potential in me. What I didn't realize was that from that moment forward, my life would no longer belong to me. By the end of the night, I was appointed as a special advisor to the emperor. The Senate whispered about my sudden rise, especially Senator Cashinvero, whose cold stare told me I had just stepped into a dangerous game. But at the time, I was too proud to notice the trap closing around me. And the Empress, she was the one setting it. As months passed, I began to see the truth about Rome's palace. The emperor wore the crown, but Empress Livia held the power. She guided every decision he made. When senators argued, they looked at the emperor, but they feared her. At first, I admired her intelligence. She trusted me with small political tasks, asking me to deliver messages and observe certain senators. I felt honored. I thought I was helping Rome remain stable. But General Titus warned me one evening. "Marcus," he said quietly, "power like hers always demands a price." I ignored him. During that time, I also met Claudia Vero again, the daughter of Senator Cashin. Years ago, we had loved each other before war separated us. Seeing her again stirred old emotions, but something about her behavior had changed. She seemed nervous, as if she was hiding something. Meanwhile, the Empress continued to grow closer to me. She praised my loyalty and trusted me with more secrets. One night, she said something that made my blood run cold. "The Emperor rules Rome," she whispered, "but Rome survives because of me." I should have understood then, but I was blind. The day my life collapsed began like any other, until the guards burst into my chambers. Captain Brutus Gallus arrested me under orders of the Senate. I was accused of conspiring to assassinate the emperor. The accusation was absurd, but the evidence was overwhelming. Secret letters, witness statements, even a dagger supposedly hidden in my room. When I was dragged into the Senate chamber, I saw Senator Cashin smiling. But the real betrayal came when Claudia stepped forward as a witness. "I saw Marcus planning the attack," she said. Her voice was steady. Her eyes avoided mine. My heart shattered in that moment. I looked toward the emperor for help. He seemed confused and frightened. Then I looked at Empress Livia. She said nothing. Her silence condemned me more than any accusation. General Titus tried to defend me, but the Senate had already decided my fate. I was stripped of rank and exiled from Rome. As I was escorted away from the city gates, I realized something terrifying. Someone had carefully arranged my downfall, and the only person powerful enough to do it was the Empress. Chapter 4. Years of Exile and the Truth I Discovered. Word count, 550. Exile changes a man. For 3 years, I lived as a forgotten soldier in a distant province. The anger inside me slowly turned into determination. Then one night, an unexpected visitor arrived. Julia Marcellus, a palace servant who once worked in the imperial court. She brought secrets, according to her. Empress Livia had used me as a pawn in a larger political game. Senator Cashin had been planning to overthrow the emperor, and she needed someone to take the blame once the conspiracy collapsed. I was the perfect sacrifice. Julia also revealed something shocking. Claudia had testified against me because her father threatened her life. Suddenly my hatred began to shift. But the truth became even darker. The emperor had recently fallen mysteriously ill, and Rome was slowly falling under the empress's full control. That was the moment I made my decision. I would return to Rome, not for revenge, but for the truth. Exile changes a man. For 3 years, I lived as a forgotten soldier in a distant province. The anger inside me slowly turned into determination. Then one night, an unexpected visitor arrived. Julia Marcellus, a palace servant who once worked in the imperial court. She brought secrets. According to her, Empress Livia had used me as a pawn in a larger political game. Senator Cassian had been planning to overthrow the emperor, and she needed someone to take the blame once the conspiracy collapsed. I was the perfect sacrifice. Julia also revealed something shocking. Claudia had testified against me because her father threatened her life. Suddenly my hatred began to shift, but the truth became even darker. The emperor had recently fallen mysteriously ill, and Rome was slowly falling under the empress's full control. That was the moment I made my decision. I would return to Rome, not for revenge, but for the truth. Rome looked different when I returned. The streets were restless. The Senate was divided. Rumors filled the air. Through Octavian Nero, a young senator who still believed in justice, I began uncovering what had happened during my absence. Senator Cassian had died under suspicious circumstances. The emperor was rarely seen in public, and Empress Livia ruled almost openly now. But something unexpected happened when I finally confronted her. She didn't deny anything. Instead, she smiled calmly. "I wondered when you would return, Marcus." She admitted that she had sacrificed me to destroy Cassian's political faction. Without that move, she claimed, Rome would have fallen into civil war. "You were necessary," she told me. Her words made my blood boil. But before I could respond, she revealed another shocking truth. The emperor was dying, and Rome would soon need a new ruler. As the emperor's condition worsened, political chaos spread through the city. Octavian and I gathered evidence proving that Livia had manipulated trials, controlled the Senate, and poisoned rivals. But when I finally confronted her in the palace, something unexpected happened. She didn't resist. Instead, she looked tired, almost relieved. "I did what Rome needed," she said quietly. For the first time, I saw regret in her eyes. But the Senate had already turned against her. When the truth was revealed publicly, she lost everything. Her influence, her allies, her power. The woman who once ruled Rome from the shadows stood alone. And strangely, I felt no satisfaction, only emptiness. After the emperor's death, the Senate restored my honor. Some even offered me power. But I refused. I had seen what power did to people, even to someone as brilliant as Livia. Before she was exiled, I visited her one last time. "You could have ruled beside me," she said. I shook my head. "No," I told her. "Rome needs leaders, not puppeteers." As I walked away from the palace, I finally understood something. Rome had nearly been destroyed by ambition and betrayal, and I had survived it, not as a hero, but as a man who finally learned the price of power.